Hey all, Charlie Oscar. Hey all, hey, hey all. This is a CO 482 through 486 audio. The objective is what we want and what we want the system, as in your government, to do. So I'm going to repeat myself. Charlie Oscar are the letters and the words in the longer letter digit writing code for CO. Like Chief Officer is CO, Charlie Oscar is CO. So 482. The reason why I'm starting CO 482, correction, a C40, a CO 486, the second case against all who hurt me and all who were wrong, and more importantly, those who committed crimes against me. Undercover workers would understand what I'm expressing and what I'm saying. And it's very simple. If you're a great woman, a good woman, you're a great man, a good man, and you get hurt, almost killed, and you actually die in combat, worse than combat, and you have to finish your work here for other people, right? Service work. The reason why we were forced to start all over again, restart, is because of the day situations happened, life shows up, and things did not go right my way, which is almost right for you. And that's that simple. What I'm doing is sharing what happened to me in reality and what people can handle from the now going back. Unfortunately, I'm not able to recover like Speed Racer or Speedily because of what just happened recently. It's very simple. I just had slip and falls recently that re-injured and re-fucked up everything that I had done recovery work for. And that wasn't my fault. The other situations some people know about are wrecks. But what you don't know and they don't know is there were people, one person specifically, in particular, one person in particular, and specifically, we can give out the last name Hood and Progressive Insurance, and why we're sick of the entire organization, Progressive Insurance, because that person almost killed me. Dallas criminal Carlos Jimenez Gonzalez, a drunk driver, almost killed me, and Todd Christopher Shelley, orphan from California that lives in a truck. Last known Texas tag number was TNP 6119. And a drug addict, fucking thug motherfucker, drug dealer, uh, was stoned and ran a red light June 27th a while back and almost killed me and broke my ribs. So Shelley was driving reckless to Fort Worth. That story can be reshared. Actually, that story can be re-related later. So when I say re-related, I just mean share again at another time for real. I'm not a bad law enforcement person, quote unquote detective like Alvarado Jamie. I don't lie about my name saying it's Alessandro when it's the bad guy. 9541 Dallas Police Department. And Bronchetti Lisa, Collin County Magistrate Judge. Not even from here, born in 62 in Minnesota. Just like Conkler, that there's a guy that is still a sex offender, and fucking people attacked me to almost kill me, and that actually goes back more than 24 years. That's why I'm not making sense to you, because there's no way to explain it with this little time, except the reason why I'm starting a CO 482 number 2 case is because that is what was available at the time on YouTube. That case popped up for a reason. Those numbers popped up and they were assigned and given to me to go forward with breathing. And actually, what's right is recovery work for you, for somebody else to get one thing out of that. You can't do anything when people try to kill you. You can't do anything when people kill you and you come back. That has happened to me. I have talked about it and I'm going to talk about it more because for being a real Texan and leaving the state and staying, going to war and coming back, you're a Texan. You're not a Texan until you leave Texas and come back. That's just the way it is. I don't give a fuck who you are and what you say. You're not going to tell me you're better than me. And first of all, I'm not going to listen. Second of all, I don't want to have anything to do with you if you're against me. So what's making sense is to talk about now stupid simple stuff like why would I want to sue Whole Foods Market because I fucking had a left leg that was almost ripped off in motorcycle moped two-wheel wrecks and other injuries and wrecks, and it just started healing, and fucking some unaware parent let their fucking children spit up or pour water all over a floor, and it just fucked up my entire left leg. And then that goes back to migraines, okay? But those little things you need to talk about. You know why? Because your little goes to medium, and then you end up being a serial killer or a fucking shootist, like with no rights. Like you just fucking shoot people for no reason, which is like your school shootings, okay? So the library story is true. What happened today and yesterday is right for me to talk about. It's a miracle that I lived through today because of fucking satanic people in my town, which is DFW in Texas. This is just a town. This is all this is. It's not a great state. It's not the way people make it because the satanic and the evil, corrupt people have control over it, and they always have. And that's very easy to explain. Your town, Dallas, killed your president. And that's reality. The 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, 75 to the end of Vietnam. We'll just stop right there, okay? Who had control of Texas? The rich, corrupt, bad people. That's it. They can't argue and fight that sentence because I'm right. Those people did corrupt wrong things like oil and kill people to maintain their portfolio for money, their zones. You can't fucking lie to me and say that I'm wrong because I had a relative that stayed sober and made $1 billion from oil, right? And I actually have a relative that was the first ambassador, period, to this state. I'll tell you about later. So look, the reason why I'm starting this is because I'm putting it out that's so simple. CO 482 2. Somebody's predecessors done it before. All they were doing was putting out a sign number spiritually from a higher power, right? To other people, it's not going to make sense like this. Why would I tell you my life has been way more fucked up than yours the past days to weeks to months to years to decades? Because it has. That's it. The fucking Motel 6, the PS storage, the lawyers, the U-Haul fire, the fucking wrecks where people have almost killed me, and the law, the police attacks by police, right? And we haven't had any closure, and we may lose a case. And that's a part of it, knowing in my heart that these judges are not going to do the right thing in Dallas County. And there's nothing I can do but talk spiritually right for me. That's actually going to help you. Why is your heart and brain scatterbrained? Because you're a human. Why do things not make sense to you in your heart and your mind? And why don't you understand a higher power? Why don't you understand God and what a higher power and other people do? Because you're human, and life is unmanageable, and it shows up wrongly in ways that we'll never know about and find out till later after we're gone. It's the way it is. Unfortunately, that's it. So, shooting straight, you're that's it. It's pretty simple that I'm gonna bitch and complain because I have to stay alive to help save your life, which unfortunately is the ex-prisoners and the ex-war veterans who had it way worse than you. And it's just so easy for me because I've already done it, and it's just it's simple. It's a free life from the inside out, right? We're all free. We've all done other people's time. 10, 12 audio. That's the greatest things I could say are not what you want to hear. It's sometimes great people are killed, and what would you write for the beginning of an autobiography? Your way is better than mine. Instead of, well, hail, hail, rock and roll. And my way is long live rock and roll. Your way is hi, my name is, and I'm like, you're right. That's a great way to start an audio autobiography or an autobiography. But anyway, the cases I don't have faith and hope, somebody in prayer, yeah, there's one person praying for me, not now, but even a joke, and I'll take it. Unfortunately, I've been able to handle way worse shit in life than what's right? Like abuse and torture, straight to torture. Alphabetical order is spiritual when you get there, if you ever do, and you can get there. But the suing the people, yeah, almost impossible, but nothing is impossible if you work and try and go forward. So the case majorly is against states. That insane to sue Straight Incorporated, the states of Florida and Virginia and Florida, and just sue the state of Texas for abuse to torture and way worse for more than 24 years. As far as the motels, not going to happen my way. The lawyers have already failed me, and I'm strong enough to say we should be able to kill them if they don't return calls in a week. I'm for that. I think all lawyers that do not return your call in a week should be killed. That's just me. The judges that do one one prison sentence wrong, I think some of them can be executed in public and or on the way to prison and or in prison, because you can't hold the position like I'm a veteran, right? I wasn't given that. I earned and fought, and that's the truth. I didn't get to kill as much and go to war as much as I wanted to, but so you could breathe, I did it, and I could actually feel it. 1/1000th of seconds of breath and movements, right? And unfortunately, you will never know what that feels like to sacrifice. You sacrifice your life every day, the whole day, and more, for more than 5 years, more than 10, 15, 20, more than 24 years, and it doesn't feel good that you've actually went and died for your country and nobody did the right thing. Really, very few, limited, did the right thing while you were gone. It's a very sick feeling. But as far as the prayer, believe it or not, it's an intercessory prayer, and I'm praying for the people that y'all get to kill that hurt me. I'm praying for them that through the process of them being killed and dying anyway, that they don't have it as bad as what they did to me. And that's a righteous prayer. And you can get crowns when you go to heaven. You can get 5 of them. I'm not going to lie to you like pastors do and tell you there's 6 crowns you can get and 7 spiritual principles to live by, and then you're going to heaven or hell. I'm not going to lie to you. Everything that I've been given spiritually has come from that one who I say sacrificed, right? You could say soul to soul. I'm like, yeah, the life, right? But 181359, the CO 482 2, I would be the second person, and there's more that have used those numbers, right? And that's why I began it with that sharing, because I had to get it out that this left leg right now will never ever be the same. And I'm gonna joke to the right person, well, fuck it, we're all gonna die anyway, and maybe I could go to the VA tonight and get a new leg, like right now tonight, right? And I'm almost at that point where you can pretty much, you know, I'm I'm not that close really, realistically, but I come close to that point where, yeah, it would be better to for you to take almost the entire left half of my body and go ahead and give me new body parts, the whole left side, right? Because it's right for me, because of before war, during war, and after war, the wrecks and abuse, spiritual, alphabetical order, abuse, bullying, harassments, assaults and attacks, that is in the A letter category, right? Abuse, assaults, attacks, bullying, harassments, and to torture, right? So there's other people that are victims that use words that unfortunately I've been ignoring it and lying to myself and lying to you that things are great, and they never really have been. I've made them great. Unfortunately, I haven't had people help make me great or make my life greater or easier or more comfortabler, right? Or more relaxing. Anyway, the cases are, I've accepted that the case against a drunk driver and judges and lawyers may never, those people, and I've never felt like that. I've never felt like judges need to be killed, but they do. Francis Dallas killed Chris Reyes, my best friend. So there's a judge out there right now living amongst your satanic town that killed, like outright was drunk and took a vehicle and killed a friend of mine on a motorcycle. Same thing as Tim Tate, my drummer, also world's greatest drummer, right? He got killed by a gang member, something like that, in Mansfield. Anyway, so those people, they do need to be killed. I mean, you can't just tell me I'm wrong, that I'm using freedom of speech and can go get weapons and back it up and go get people and recruit them to go kill all the people that hurt me. You can't tell me I can't do that. But I'd rather have you do it in the Lord. Anyway, Texas Times 1707 audio. So it's just a CO 482 2/2, the second sharing, right? In the end of 1727,